What is going on, fellow farmers? CJ Farms here. Welcome back to another beginner's guide tutorial on FS25. Today we're going to be talking about how to sow and harvest your rice. Now there is a couple of ways that you can do this. First of all, let's talk about the machinery. So you're going to need the rice harvester, the rice planter. You're going to need a trailer here to haul your rice saplings in. As you guys can see, there's the rice saplings right there. If I can get it there so you guys can see, but y'all can kind of see them right there. That's the rice saplings that actually go into your planter. Now the way you get these is you're going to go into the store, and if you go down to packs here and go over to rice, it will tell you everything you need right here. So here's your tractor, your harvester, your trailer. This is your planter, and these are your rice saplings. Now the best way to haul these back to your farm, the way that I did it, was I just put them in this trailer and hauled them back. But I also have a super strength mod in my game. Now that super strength mod is for PC only, but everything I'm talking about as far as planting and harvesting rice goes is all base game stuff, so it's for all platforms. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to create our field here. Now let's say, for example, when you plant rice, you can't just come out here on a regular field and plant your rice. All right, now if you go into your map, okay, and I'm on Riverbend, and there is no rice fields on this map. If we go back over to here, let me deselect all. If we select rice, you will see there's no rice fields. Now, if you already have a rice field, and by the way, this menu here is going to be your best pal when you are doing stuff like this. But if you already have a rice field, then on the map itself, then is that a rice field there? No, it's not. But if you already have a rice field like on the map, like on one of these pieces of land here, then there's a few steps that you can skip while putting down your own rice field, okay? So we're going to talk about putting down our rice field. So we're going to go to the store. We're going to go down to others and hit construction. All right, and here we are going to go down to, I believe it is right here. Yes, right here. You're going to go down to where the factories are, and you're going to scroll over to cultivation, okay? Now, what we want to do is we're going to select this. This is your rice field, okay? Now, you can do it just like this. You're going to left-click on your mouse, and you're going to start pulling the line out just like this. We're not going to do anything too crazy. I'm going to pull it out like this. Then you left-click again to put the line down. You're going to bring it over. We're going to click about, say, right here, bring it back, and we're going to finish it up right there. Now, once you're done with this and you want to plant your rice field, you're going to right-click, okay? Now, there's your rice field. Now, the way to tell, let me exit out of this. The way to tell if you have a rice field on your map already is you will have one of these water pumps beside the field. That is a dead giveaway on how you know if you have a rice field on the map already. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to talk about field prep. Now, like I was saying, if you already have a rice field on the map by default, these next few steps you can skip if you're planting a rice field like I'm showing you how to do. So what you want to do is you want to make sure if you have a rice field after you've harvested it, if you already have one, if there's already one on the map and you've harvested it and you want to know what to do next, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to the store, and what you want to do is you're going to want to plow the field. You want to plow the field, and then you are just going you're going to prep your field pretty much for the next planting cycle. So you would just plow the field, but that's already if you have a rice field on the map by default. Now, if you planting the rice field like I'm showing you here, you can skip the plowing and you can skip the cultivating. The first thing we want to do here is we want to walk up to this water pump right here. All right. And you're going to click on the keyboard, or you're going to click you're going to click on your left thumbstick like so, and you're going to click flood. All right, and you want this field to flood. Now, I don't think it matters as far as planning goes. I don't think the field has to be flooded. But now if we go into the map, right, and we go to crop types here, and we go over to soil composition, let's deselect all these and select watered. Once this field is watered, and you'll see the blue is popping up right there. Once this field is fully watered, this will all turn blue, okay? See that? So it's watering the field, just that little spot right there. It's not going to water the whole field. It's only going to water where we created a field at. And my field looks like it's a little bit crooked, but it's okay. It's not going to matter. Now, another thing we need to keep in mind too is, are you going to need fertilizer for that field? Well, if you've got a field, a rice field that's already on the map by default, you're probably going to need it'll probably already be fertilized. But for a field like this, and you want to kind of remove this stuff because sometimes these will overlap one another, what you want to do is you want to click on fertilized, and if you don't see the blue pop up here, then you're going to have to fertilize it, okay? So let's go ahead, and what we can do now is I'm going to wait on this field to flood, which it doesn't really matter if you do or not, but I'm going to wait on it to flood. Once it floods, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, so now that our field is completely flooded here, and once it completely floods and it's done, your water pump will automatically shut off. Now, what's really cool is if you walk into this, and it has a cool little animation in the water. Watch this. See that? It's like you're actually walking the water. It's pretty cool. Aside from that, guys, there was one thing that I forgot to mention, which was you're going to need a fertilizer spreader of some types. If you go to the store, you're going to need to go down to where your fertilizer spreaders are. If I can... Oh, I went down too far. So right here. So you can use fertilizer sprayer, so liquid fertilizer. You can use manure. You can use solid fertilizer like I'm using with this guy right here. You can also use slurry for your fertilizer. So it's completely up to you what you want to use. But either of these right here, you can use for your fertilizer, okay? Just make sure that if you go with liquid fertilizer, that you are getting the liquid fertilizer tanks, either that one or this one right here. And if you go with manure, that you're getting manure. And if you go with solid fertilizer, that you are getting the solid fertilizer bags, okay? Just to make sure, just a little food for thought. All right, let's exit back out. And what we're going to do next is we are going to hop into our planner. And I think I showed you guys where to get these at. We're going to start it up. We're going to unfold it. And we're going to pull up next to these rice saplings. All right. And let's see. There it goes. It's going to fill. And it's got a cool little animation too. You're going to hit R to fill it, by the way. There it goes. All right. So pretty cool. And then you're just going to drive up to your field here. We're going to drive up right here. And you want to make sure that you lower it, just like so. You're going to turn it on. And you're going to start planting your rice. You guys can see the crop can only be planted inside the rice field is what it said. All right. There's that. We're going to turn around. And that's how you plant your rice. I'm going to show you how to grow it, how to harvest it and all that. It's actually a pretty cool little process. I'm so glad they put this in the game. All right. Let's go ahead and plant over here. And you can plant these as long as you're in the rice field. You can't, like I said, you can't plant these on a regular field. It has to be on a rice field, right? So if I go over here, I'll show you guys. If I go over here and I try to plant, you're going to see it's not going to plant anything on, and it's turned on. So, all right, let me go ahead and pull this back up. We need to get this little spot right here so we can, literally get rice everywhere on this field. All right, you guys can see as long as you are inside the rice field, it will plant for you. That's why it's giving me that little notification there about can only be planted within the field itself. So, all right, and you can also, guys, you can also put solid fertilizer in your machine if you want to do it that way without having to fertilize your field. I prefer to fertilize my field, but you can do it that way. As you guys can see there in the right corner above the speedometer, it's got rice and it's got solid fertilizer. So you can do solid fertilizer in this, and if you do that, you won't have to fertilize your field later. But I'm going to do it this way because I just enjoy fertilizing the field myself. All right, let me go ahead and get this down. And once I get this field done, guys, I'll bring y'all back in the video. All right, so our rice is planted. It's ready to go. Now, one of the things you always want to make sure of, guys, is that you've always got the proper amount of water in this field, because if not, it'll start drying up. If you want to check that, you can always go to the water pump and hit the R on your keyboard, or left click on your, click the R on your keyboard, or if you use controller, you can click on your left thumbstick, and then it'll bring this menu up right here. You can empty the water from the field, or you can flood it, but you want to make sure you've always got the proper amount of water in this field, because if not, it will start drying up on you, and then your rice will not be any good. I also wanted to correct myself on one thing that I told you guys about when we were talking about if you go into a map and it's already got a rice field there by default, you do not need to cultivate. What you do need to do is plow after the harvest. So if you go to a map and it's already got a rice field there by default, and it's got rice that's growing, and you're going to go, like, after you harvest it, what you're going to do is you're going to go into the store, and we are going to go down to where the plows are. And I'm still learning my way around the store, guys, so bear with me here. I'm still learning my way around it. But you want to go into where your plows are. So you can use one of these plows right here to plow the field after the harvest. So it's a rice field, so you have to do that. After you harvest your rice, make sure that you plow the field to get it ready for the next planting state, okay? And you can use either the plow, you can use the spaders, you can use even the subsoilers, okay? If you're using fieldstone, make sure you come in here and grab one of these guys right here to pick up your fieldstone, if that's what you're using. But I don't use fieldstone. I just don't want to mess with it. Rocks don't pay for very much anyway. They're just rocks. But I just wanted to correct myself on that. I don't know why I said cultivating, but you do not need to cultivate. All you have to do is plow. Now, if we go back into the menu and go to the map, and we're going to deselect, we're going to be in soil composition right here. We're going to go from crop types over to, now we go to crop types, and we deselect all these and click rice. You're going to see that our rice field is lighting up right there in the rice icon, okay? So now if we go over to, growth and click deselect all, let's deselect all, and then click growing, you will see that our rice is growing, okay? Now, if we go over to soil composition, we're going to deselect all these. Now, if you click on water, or watered, you will see that the field is watered. That will tell you your field is watered and ready to go, okay? Whether it needs rolling, doesn't need rolling, whether it's been fertilized, so you guys can see it's not been fertilized, because remember, we did not put fertilizer in that machine. Now, that's completely up to you. That's just my personal preference. I like to fertilize my own fields by the fertilizer sprayers or spreaders. That's just the way that I do things. And then, of course, it doesn't need to be mulched. So what we're going to do is select all those again. So the field does need to be fertilized, okay? Because your fertilized is going to show up as these blue color right here. Let me select that. So these are fields that's been fertilized, for example, right here. If you look at these fields, they have been fertilized. But our field down here, wherever it has not been fertilized, as you can see. So let's exit back out. All right, and what we're going to do is I'm going to skip in the video a little bit here and push time ahead. And when this gets next to the growth gets to the next growth state, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, so our rice is growing. It's growing good. And what we're going to do, again, remember, guys, we're going to have to put fertilizer down, and we are going to have to water the field. Okay, so you want to come over here and click R on this, or click on your left thumbstick, and you're going to click flood. You always want to make sure the proper amount of water is on this field. Now, why that's doing that, we're going to go over here and grab our fertilizer spreader. Like I said, again, I'll show you guys again. You go into the store, and if you go down to yield improvements right here, which you can use a fertilizer sprayer, which takes liquid fertilizer. You can use manure. You can use solid fertilizer like I'm using. You can also use slurry to fertilize your fields. Just make sure you're getting the correct fertilizer for each machine. So for this one, it would be liquid fertilizer. For these, it would be solid fertilizer. For these, it would be manure. And for these, it would be slurry, okay? So just make sure you're getting the proper stuff for your machines, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hop out, and we're going to get into this machine right here. Now, like I said, you can save yourself this step by putting fertilizer in the planter itself and doing it that way, and you won't have to fertilize afterwards. But I'm just showing you guys the way that I do things. And you can also do it like this too if you want to. So we're going to lower this down. We're going to turn it on, and it spreads out pretty far, as you can see. So we're gonna fertilize this. There we go. And we should only just need, like, pretty much 2 runs to fertilize this. All right, so we're going to fertilize that. All right. Now, if we turn this off and we go back into the map here, and we now click fertilize, you will now see that our field is fertilized, and we got some around the edges of it too. So you'll have to add a couple states of fertilizer. Just keep that in mind. Once it grows to the next state, you will have to fertilize it again. And you always want to make sure, guys, the most important thing you make sure of is that you have the proper amount of water on this field, okay? As you can see, we have a yield bonus of 75%, and our fertilized is at 50%. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next growth state, and I'll bring you all back in the video. Okay, so we're at the next growth state here. Again, you are going to want to go up here, and you're going to want to, what is that? I don't know what that is, guys. I'm not too sure what that is. You're going to want to grow up here again. And if you need water, go ahead and put it in there. If not, it should be good to go. But you'll know if you need water because you can click here. And if it gives you the option to click flood, that's how you'll know when it needs water, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into the map. We're going to go to fertilize. Now, you can add another state of fertilizer, but it looks like it's good to go. I'm going to add another state just because that's the way that I do it, and I'm pretty sure you probably need to do that as well. And like I said, unless you put fertilizer in the planter itself, then you don't need to do this step. All right, let's go ahead and... I think I already had that down, yeah. So we're going to take this out on the field again, and I'm going to fertilize one more time before it's time to harvest. All right, let's go ahead and let's turn that on again, and we're going to fertilize this again. All right, there's that. And then one more state here. There we go. I think it's just part of the rice field there. All right, so let's turn that off. And the next thing we're going to be using is this harvester here. I also want to tell you guys too as well, with these sapling pallets, there's two ways you can get them. One is you can go into the store. All right, you can go to the store and you go down to consumables under special crops. And right here you can buy your rice sapling pallets right here. And you can buy them by 8 pallets at a time. I just did 2 just for the sake of this tutorial. That's one way you can do it. Also, if you go down to others and go to construction, and I believe it is under... Let me see where it's at here, because I'm still learning my way around this game, guys. Still learning my way around. Right here. So it's going to be under where your factories are. You're going to scroll over until you get to greenhouses. So what you can do is you can put a greenhouse down, just like so. And what you can do is you can add the necessary ingredients. If you just buy the pallets, not the saplings themselves, but the pallets, and you add the necessary ingredients, the greenhouses will grow the rice saplings for you. So just a little food for thought there, guys. So what we're going to do is, again, I'm going to go to the next growth state, which should be ready to harvest after that. And once that's done, I'll bring y'all back in the video. All right, so as you guys can see, if we walk up to the field here, it says it is ready to harvest. Now, if you guys want to know how to get that field info on right there, if you go to your menu right here and you go down to game settings, I believe it's under game settings. Let's see, is it under here? I think it's under general settings. Sorry about that, guys. I think it's under general settings. Yes, right here, field info. So if I turn field info off, then when I walk over the field, you will not see anything. But if I turn field info on and then walk up the field, you will have that little window right there, and it will tell you what farmland it is, who owns it, what crop type is growing. As you guys can see, it's ready to harvest. We got a 97+% yield bonus. That's really good. And we are 100% fertilized, ready to go. So let's go ahead and let's hop into the harvester. Let's grab the harvester. Now this thing is super slow. I'm just going to warn you guys, it's a super slow harvester. You don't need to unfold it or anything like that. There's no need to unfold it. All right, we're going to drop it down. And we're going to start right here. Actually, we got to start over just a little bit because it's on the edge right there. So, and we're going to turn it on. And here we go. We're going to harvest our rice. All right, there it goes. And I'm going to show you guys where to sell it at and all that, how to get the best money out of it. All right, very nice, very nice. So this is actually the very first time I'm harvesting rice. I'm actually doing this with you guys. I'm learning as I go. I'm still learning this game. I told you guys, I think in a vlog I did on my main channel, as a matter of fact, that when I played this game and did tutorials for you guys, that I was just learning as I go. I'm not, I mean, I've did some research on the game, but I'm learning a majority of this just as I go with y'all. So, but as you guys can see, that's how you harvest your rice there. Just drop it down, turn it on, and it's actually got a pretty cool little animation in the back of it right there. That's a really cool animation. We missed that. It went over that hump and we missed it. Yeah, we missed that. All right, let's back up and let's get this right here. Let's get that. Now, did we get these right here? I can't remember. Yeah, so we don't get those. We're going to get this little part right here that we missed. But I am going to finish this field up, ladies and gentlemen, and then when we come back in the video, we will talk about where to sell our rice. All right, so as you guys can see, the field is done. This is what it looks like when you're done harvesting. Now, as maybe it'll make a little bit more sense now that I'm actually talking about a harvested field and we're looking at one. So after you harvest the field, you're going to have to come in and plow it for the next growth state, okay? So you would have to, again, you have to go to the store and you would have to go to your plows here and buy one of these plows. This is normally the one that I use right here just because the other ones just seem a little awkward to me when they twist and turn. This is the only one that can turn for me and it seems like it's okay. It's still a little awkward, but you can use plows. Again, you can use plows, spaders. You can also use subsoilers for this type of thing for that. I'm sorry, you can use the plows. You plow first, and then you would use your subsoiler or your spader to get rid of that plowing stage. So just a little food for thought. Like I said, guys, I'm learning as I go. There's things I have to correct myself on, so just bear with me. There's a lot of new stuff in this game that I'm not aware of, so if I make mistakes, guys, please correct me in the comments and let me know, hey, this is how it's done. Can't do it like this, got to do it like this, because I want to know. I want to be informed. I'm trying to inform you guys, and I want to know myself. So what we're going to do now, we're not really going to worry about plowing. What we are going to do is we're going to hop back into the harvester. This is my super strength mod right here, by the way, guys, so I can pick up anything I want. You can get those on third-party websites if you're on PC. And I'll do some modding tutorials on how to put mods into your game as well. All right, so we're going to take this over here. If I can get this thing to go. I love driving in first person on this game. It's just, it looks really cool. So if you guys will notice, you have a pipe there on top of your harvester. You are going to, I believe it is the I to pipe out. No, I'm sorry. Don't hold me to that. It is the O. It is the O to pipe out, or on controller, if you're using controller, you would hold left bumper and push down on your D-pad. It's going to then come out, and you're just going to put it over the trailer here. That's a little unrealistic. There we go. That's better. And you're going to put it in here. We're going to hop out and wait till that fills up. We're going to go ahead and hop in the tractor here. All right. Once that's done, I should have waited and just shut this off first. And then you can pipe back in. We're going to shut the harvester off. We're going to hop back into the tractor. We're going to go into the menu here, and we are going to go to, where is it at here? Right here. You're going to go down to prices, and you want to find the rice. Now, I'm not too sure where this is, so just give me a second, guys, and we'll find it together here. I know it's in here somewhere because I was looking through it the other day, and I seen it in here, and I'm sure I'm probably just passing it right up. I'm sure if is everything alphabetized, that would be nice. I think it is. Okay, good, it is. Everything is alphabetized. So right here's your rice. You can take it to the canning factory, the farmer's market. I usually take my stuff to the farmer's market just because there I know for a fact I'm going to get money when I sell it. Just keep in mind, guys, some places like Goldcrest Valley are store points. So if you take your crop there, whatever you're harvesting, whatever you're going and harvest, if you take it to the Goldcrest Valley, I believe that's a store point, which means it's going to store your crop and you're not going to get any money for it. But if you take it to like a market, and see right here, this is the train. So it'll put it in the train, take it to another part of the town, I think is how it works, and we'll get the trains and all that. And it actually sells it for a price for you, but you have to wait is the thing about it. But what I would do, guys, recommend taking this to the farmer's market if you have one, and you can just tag the place here, all right? And we're going to exit back out, and we're going to go into our map and see just about where the farmer's market is. It should be blinking on the map because we tagged it here, so let's see, because this is a pretty big map. Riverbend is pretty big. All right, so this is going to be our farmer's market right here. This is where it's at. So looks like we got a pretty good little drive ahead of us. So we're going to get the map up real big here so we can see where we're going. We're going to start this. I did just get the basic tractor for this, guys. I didn't get anything fancy, even though I can. If you guys haven't watched my video, y'all wondering how I got so much money. For those on all platforms. This is for all platforms. I will link my money video here on how to make money on easy money on Farming Simulator 25. I will link it. Let me see if I'm even going the right way here. I think I am. All right, guys, this is going to be quite a bit of drive, so once I get up to the farmer's market, I'll bring you all back into the video. Okay, so I was not aware of this, guys, but there's is this a ferry? Can you take the ferry over? Let's see. It says enter vehicle. Okay, there's a ferry here, but it's not letting me... What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Let's see. I'm missing something. I'm completely missing something. Oh, there it comes. There it comes. Oh, this is pretty cool now. This is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That is pretty dope, man. We got a ferry on here. That is so cool. So the stop sign should go up. There it goes. That is so awesome, man. I know I sound like a kid in a candy store. I'm sorry, guys. A kid in a candy store. I think I said that. That is super cool, man. That's going to make a killer thumbnail right there, by the way. That's going to make a killer thumbnail right here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice. Now, how do we get the ferry to go? That's the... I guess it just goes on its own? Or do I have to park in a certain area? Let me see. There we go. Start ferry. Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Just had to figure it out. Like I said, guys, learning as I go. This is pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie. This is pretty awesome. This is a very nice new touch for Farm Sim. This is what I'm talking about with game-changing stuff. Like little things like this completely change the game for the better. This is pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to start a farm on this map because it's got the ferry on it. That is just pretty cool, man. Yeah, Giants did pretty good, man. They did good. This is a pretty awesome right here. I'll probably be going about this ferry forever, man. That is cool. I'm not gonna lie. That is really cool. All right, so once it comes to a stop, I think we can then. Yep. Okay, we can go. Might help if we start the engine. All right, so nice. That is a nice little touch to the game. Man, this sell point is way back in the boondocks, guys. It's way back in the sticks. Holy shnikes. Yeah, this is way back in the sticks. Cool though. Cool nonetheless, man. The ferry ride was just that was awesome. I believe I think we gotta go in right here. I don't know. Again, guys, like I said, I'm learning as I go. I'm just learning as I go. All right, let's go over here. So it looks like we got a full playground over here, man. Look, we got full playgrounds. What is this, like an old school over here? Is that what that is? Is that an old school? An old schoolhouse? Looks like it. There's a multi-fruit silo right there. I'm glad they got one of those on this map. I love that. That is actually made by 82 Studios. It was actually a mod in FS19 and 22, and they actually made it part of the in-game mods for FS25, so that's pretty cool. All right, so you're gonna pull up right here, guys. You're gonna hit for keyboard users, it's gonna be I to dump your trailer. For controller users, it's gonna be right bumper Y. You're gonna dump that. Now, if we get money for it, that'd be good. Yeah, we're getting money. So farmers market it is. So we got 4,000 out of that, guys. But it wasn't very much rice. I mean, if you had like a big trailer full of rice, that'd be different. I really hope they bring the rolling pack into Farm Sim 25. I love the rolling pack. It's got the roll-off trailers. But that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen, on how to do rice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button for me. Click that bell and click all so you never miss any future content or live streams, guys and girls. I'm going to go back down here, and I'm going to enjoy riding this ferry back across the water over to the farm. There'll be more videos coming to the channel, guys. I will get them out as soon as I possibly can, as quickly, but also as informative as I can. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all, and may Jesus shine in your heart like the brightest star. Until next time, this is CJ Farms, and one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.